Australia's recycling will no longer be sent overseas under an agreement struck at the COAG meeting in Cairns.
And while the environment was on the agenda inside the meeting, it was also dominating protests outside when a senior government minister was targeted for a bizarre citizen's arrest.
The nation's leaders called the 47th annual summit the best ever COAG meeting. By the end of the day, the premiers, chief ministers and prime minister had agreed to a recycling export ban, meaning waste plastic, paper, glass and tyres won't be sent overseas. Scott Morrison says the export ban could actually produce the opportunity for recyclables to be turned into energy and building materials. It also provides the opportunity to curry favour with Australia's Pacific neighbours, with Indonesia in particular fed up with the dumping.
There's an implied promise that when you take that plastic bottle and you put it in that little plastic bin, that it's not going to end up in the ocean somewhere or in a river somewhere or in a landfill somewhere. People think it's going to be recycled, but only about 12% of it is.
The agenda was wide-ranging. The leaders also addressed improving vocational training. Businesses are concerned about a skills shortage and training system they say is unable to cope. Skills ministers will work together through a new COAG Skills Council to provide advice to leaders on reform priorities by the end of the year and an update to COAG 2020.
Tackling the big skills challenges of our country and making sure the more than $7 billion that we spend a year together on ensuring that our people are trained for the jobs, not just of today, but into the future.
The Prime Minister also convened a separate sideline meeting for leaders to sign an amended Murray-Darling Basin Plan intergovernmental agreement as a stoush between the states over the embattled river continues.
There was a reiteration of our commitment to that plan, but there's also a coming together understanding there are very difficult conditions.
But while the meeting was considered a success, there were extraordinary scenes outside as protesters descended. The now notorious Extinction Rebellion group started at the convention centre before tracking down the Resources Minister, Matt Canavan, at a Cairns cafe, heckling him and forcing him to leave.
Good to see us, mate.
We're placing you under arrest.
Police were eventually forced to intervene. Anna Rawlings, Sky News.